Hold up, don't leave yet. Guys, I just talked to an agent today. It's 9:30 p.m. and had a long day of grinding. But talked to an agent that said she's thinking about giving up on the industry. Spent a bunch of money to get licensed, 6 months in, and just incredibly frustrated. She made a decision to stick with the opportunity she chose, which is a good thing under most circumstances. But guys, you got to understand that if you're doing everything that they're asking you to do, if you're implementing the systems that they have in place and you're not getting results, sometimes it's time to move on. Now, if you're someone that's a job hopper, I've seen some people that, looking at resumes of all the new agents that apply, that have worked more places in the last year than I've worked in the last 15, is a little scary. So make sure, number one, that you take a look in the mirror, that you are accountable to your results, guys. 99% of the time, whenever I see someone that's failing, at least with our opportunity, it's generally because they're doing just a couple things. One of the most common is not putting in enough effort, not putting in enough consistent work and time. Guys, 92% of insurance agents fail their first year, and one of the biggest reasons I can guarantee you is that they're not putting in the quality time, right? There's a big difference between working a lot of hours and being busy versus actually putting in quality time that's going to generate you income. And in this business, the thing that generates you income is presenting to clients, to talking to more people. The more presentations you do, the more money you're going to make. And so before you give up, if you're putting in the time, if you're following the system, if you have a great mentor, don't leave the industry. There's a lot of smoke out there. There's a lot of pretenders in life insurance and in this industry. And, before you throw in the towel, before you give up, do some research, look around. There's a ton of great opportunities, a ton of great companies, and a ton of mentors. There's lots of groups and different things that you can go out and find someone that you feel is a good fit, that's going to hold you accountable, that has a proven track record, and that's willing to show you numbers, guys, willing to show you income, willing to show you production, because there's a lot of fakers out there that claim one thing, and reality is they're not proven. They're not consistent. And in this business, if you want to be in the top 1%, if you want to succeed, and if you want to be one of the people that are not in that 92% first year failure rate, you have to link up with people that are going to help you and hold your hand. But when they do that, you have to be willing to implement their advice. You have to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be willing to get uncomfortable, because remember, the thinking and the things that you've done up until this point have gotten you right here, right where you're at currently. And if you want to change that situation, you have to be willing to make fundamental changes yourself. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to work extra hours. You have to be willing to sometimes work nights and weekends. Do all of those things until you've mastered your craft, and then you can set your own schedule, right? Then you can cut back on the number of hours. But until you've honed in and fine-tune your process, until you're making a ton of money, you shouldn't be worried about how much time off I get at this position, right? If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to put in a certain level of sacrifice, but do it in the right system. Do it in a product you believe in a company you believe in, with the right mentorship, with the right help, and with leads, guys. If you're going to make it, if you're not seeing enough people, and if you don't have leads, it makes this business 10 times harder. It's not to say that you can't go out and prospect, because you definitely can, and we have a lot of agents that do it very, very effectively. But the reality is if there's low-hanging fruit that you can take advantage of, people that have expressed a genuine interest in life insurance or in final expense, take advantage of that, guys. There's also tons of companies out there that offer free lead programs. Yes, you are going to take a reduced comp, but guess what? You're not having to put anything in. You're not having to put anything in other than your time, right? So they're the ones taking all the risk. If you're confident and you're already succeeding, guys, be willing to pay for your own leads. The more leads and the more people you see, the more money you make. Bottom line is, leads are the lifeblood of this business. Before you throw in the towel, before you give up, do some research, right? Find the other companies that are out there. There's a ton of them. If we can help in any way, please reach out. If we can point you in the right direction, shoot us a message, shoot me an email, go to the links below, hit me up. And I'd love to help you in any way, shape, or form that we can. We have some of the best in the industry. This year for our IMO, Gold Memorial, got tongue-tied there for a second, the largest final expense agency in the entire country. Currently, we have 8 of the top 10. I take it back. Maybe it's 7 of the top 10 that are qualified for our Vegas trip. So guys, we have the systems in place. If you're willing to apply them, let us help you out. That doesn't mean you have to work with us. That doesn't mean that you have to join us. We'll give you that free advice. We'll help you in any way that we can. And if you want to test drive our free lead system, we'd love to help you out. Have a great night.